Chapter 14, The Winner. I went to Ren's house early the morning of the competition so we could make fresh manju and also play dolls. Then his mom drove us to the fair, where Mom and Dad were already waiting for us. I guess I'd been expecting everyone working at the fair to clap and get really excited when they saw us come and say, "We've been waiting for you to begin the competition." But instead, we had to ask several grumpy people wearing staff shirts where the baking competition tent was. We entered the big white tent and saw that it basically just had a lot of folding tables with desserts and little tags all over them. While we were setting out our manju, I saw my 3 friends walk in with their plates of raisin clafouti. I watched as they set everything up at their table. I looked at Mom. She smiled. "Go give them your cards, Aven," she said. I took a deep breath and walked over to my friend's table. They stopped what they were doing and stared at me. "Hi," I said. "Hi," they all said. "I have something for you," I said, motioning with my head down at the little purse I wore across my chest. Sujita reached inside the purse and pulled out the cards and handed them around. "Thank you," she said. "You entered the contest with Ren?" asked Kayla. I smiled. "Yeah, he's really nice." "I know he is," said Sujita. What did you make?" asked Emily. "We made manju," I said. "It's a steamed bean cake." Emily scrunched her nose. "That sounds weird," she said. "Well, you won't know until you try it," I said. "Anyway, I just wanted to wish you good luck." Then I walked back to my table and we waited. And waited. And waited. We waited so long that our fluffy little manju turned all cold and crusty and hard. By the time the judges got around to us, the manju weren't nearly as good as they were fresh. Then we all waited while the judges made their decision. And guess what? We totally did not win first place. But that was okay. I didn't even cry or anything like that. But guess who did win first place? Some dude I'd never even heard of named Jack Marple with his apple caramel cake. And then some lady named Betty Charles won second place for her chocolate cream pie. And then guess what else? Emily, Kayla, and Sujita won third place for their raisin clafouti. When they went up to get their fancy yellow third place ribbons, you seriously can't believe how loud I cheered for them. I cheered so loudly that Ren's mom looked at me like I was bananas or something. But I was just really happy for my friends. Then guess what else happened? Those girls walked right over to me and held out one of those yellow ribbons. "Here, Aven," said Kayla. They gave us 4. Since we had filled out the form as the 4 of us, "We want you to have it," said Sujita. I looked up at Mom and Dad, and they smiled. I looked at Ren, and he smiled too. But he also still looked a little sad about not winning. Then I looked back at that beautiful yellow ribbon. It would look so lovely hanging up on my wall next to my best toe painting. I sighed. "That's really nice of you to offer, but no thank you," I said. You don't want it?" said Emily. I shrugged. "I didn't win it. Not only that, but I had a bad attitude about the raisin clafouti, which did win." Kayla put the ribbon down. "Aren't you sad about losing?" "I didn't lose," I said and smiled at Ren. "I won a whole new friend. And now I have my old friends back too. Best day ever." Then all 5 of us hugged, and I thought Ren was a great addition to our little group. We walked over to the award-winning Raisin Clafouti, and I did something I never thought I would ever do in a million years. I put a little bit in my mouth, and I chewed it up, and I swallowed it and everything. So what do you think? Asked Kayla, her eyes all big and hopeful. I nodded. It's for sure an award winner, I said, and I wasn't even lying, because it really was an award winner, even if I didn't like it at all. Chapter 15, Music Machine. We all walked through the fair together, and it was so much fun. We visited the livestock competitions, and guess what? I finally found out what a swine is. It's just a pig, which was kind of disappointing. I thought it was going to be some interesting new animal I'd never seen before, like a swan canine. A canine is also just a dog, and not even 9 of them, just one dog. English is weird. Get it? Canine? We all picked our favorite animals in the livestock tent. Mine was definitely this cute, fluffy brown llama. Emily's was this little red, poofy chicken called Silky, which was funny because I also had silky red hair, and I never thought I could ever have anything in common with a chicken. Kayla's favorite animal was the ferocious-looking stallion. Sujita's was a big, majestic cow, and Ren's favorite animal was a duck. When we came out of the livestock tents, I heard some fast drum beats. Music, I cried. Let's go watch the music. We made our way to the big stage area where a band was playing. What kind of music is that? I asked my parents. That's bluegrass, said Dad. It's great, isn't it? I love it, I cried, shaking my hips and kicking a lot, because basically my dancing always amounted to a lot of hip shaking and kicking, and also maybe some head bobbing for some added spice. I looked over and saw all 4 of my friends dancing in a little circle together, and I felt really happy. It had been the best day of all time, and I didn't even win. I really love this music, I yelled at my mom and dad, who were now dancing together. Dad spun Mom around, and they laughed. And you're so good at dancing to it, said Mom. I'd sure like to be in a band like that, I said. Then I could make my own music. You don't have to be in a band to make your own music, said Mom. You could learn an instrument if you'd like. I suddenly stopped dancing and stood there in the middle of the dance floor, breathing hard, because dancing is a lot of work. I was having a very big idea. Do you really think I could learn an instrument? I asked my parents. They stopped dancing too. Of course we do, Sheeps, Dad declared. We know you can, added Mom. And then I kicked so big because I knew it too. I was going to learn an instrument. Watch out, world, I cried. Here comes Aven Green, Music Machine. This story has been out of this world. Thank you so much for joining me as we finish up this week reading our book, Aven Green Baking Machine. Don't forget to be safe, respectful, and responsible. And go Hawks!